stays green. Okay. Now go here. That's going to come on in a second.
My mom's driving over, and she's going to sit in the parking lot and just hear you sing, and then she's leaving.
We did. But she hit the, that goes up, output.
Jordan is going to be listening in from Greensboro, North Carolina.
Oh, I see there, job.
Yeah. Job interview. Yeah. It's the interview. That's not assured, you know.
Gotcha.
What's your college? They have it all under control.
I don't have a number one. Just got into Tennessee.
University? All right.
Yeah.
You could be a bowl.
Yep. Just like Blake.
You could be the orange. Hang out with Blake.
Yes. I don't know. I applied to 12 schools though.
Okay. What?
Yeah. And I don't have number one.
Because you can, right?
Yep.
That Bulls walk apparently is amazing. Where the football players walk through. That's a big cool tradition.
Yeah.
Plus they got the ball navy there, right? The ships, the
Yeah.
boats.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Moda Frank Field here on the campus of Garnet Valley High School. Along with Pat Patterson, this is Don Mink. We are produced by Ben Hoyt tonight, and his helper is Alec Eskin. Our cameraman is Goody Marcuson. Thank you, Goody, for filling in quickly. This is the first round of 6A playoffs for 2017. GV is the third seed, and the opponent, Central Bucks West, is the 14th seed. CB West from Doylestown is a member of the 22 school Suburban 1 Conference. GV comes in at 9-1. CB West Bucks were 6-4. The Bucks wins come over Hatboro Horsham, Council Rock, South, Quakertown, Bensalem, Tennant, and CB West, CB East. The losses were to North Penn, Penn Ridge, CB South, and Souderton. And they lost 3 of their last 4 games. We are in a situation that is, Garnet Valley is in a situation very different from last year, where we were the 10th seed and the only one to win as the away team. All other lower seeds lost. And in fact, Garnet Valley went on to win 2 more games on the road. And the team, the coaches, and the streaming staff all traveled an hour and a half each week. And we got huge listener numbers because it was so difficult to get to those faraway games. But that's not the reason this year. We are home. Home to this game, and if we win tonight, on to the next game. We would be the home team. Pat, what can you see as tonight's opponent, CB West, comes to challenge?
Well, of course, you mentioned it early on. The CB West is out of that Suburban 1 league, and week in and week out, it's a bloodbath up there. A bunch of very big schools, a bunch of very talented football teams. So don't let the record fool you. This is a very good football team that's coming in here with a 13 seed. Hats off to Garnet Valley as well. They took care of business going through the last couple games of the season with their third team sophomore quarterback at the helm. Ryan Gallagher has done a great job captaining the offense here, or managing the offense as the two running backs that we see most, Lassick and Danny Guy, have compiled a season of very similar statistics. Neither one a 1,000-yard rusher, but both of them 900 and something rushers.
Both, mid 900s, and one has scored 10 touchdowns, the other scored 9.
So if they were one running back that got all the plays, then you would see someone would be a 2,000-yard rusher on this football team. But that's not what Garnet Valley's all about. So tonight, I think we're going to see some similar styles. Both teams like to ground and pound, as they say, and could be a war of the wills by the end of the night, and see which way the breaks go, see who takes care of the football, and see what defense can get a couple of stops on the other guys, and get their defense off the field and put the ball in the hands of their offense to get in the end zone.
Central Bucks enters with a roar, and here comes Garnet Valley with also a roar from the hometown fans.
Great atmosphere, good home crowd tonight. As usual, the side of the hill, Alumni Hill, is full. CB West doing their best to travel, but I'm imagining that we have a few viewers, so we welcome those folks in if they know about us, that getting to watch their home team play tonight through the wide world web and Garnet Valley Global Internet Broadcast Network.
Yes. For those CB West fans who might be watching and listening, we are homers, but we're not extreme homers.
We welcome you, and we wish you all good luck.
We will give praise to Central Bucks West when they make a good play, and extol them when it's appropriate. We will have a live coin toss, followed by the national anthem. Central Bucks is the third largest school district in the state of Pennsylvania. I don't know if that means size of territory or population, but it covers 122 square miles.
Yeah, it could be both, because they once upon a time there was just Central Bucks, then there was Central Bucks West and Central Bucks East. Now there's CB West, CB East, and CB South.
They have 18,400 students in the district, 15 elementary schools.
Wow.
5 middle schools, and as you say, Pat, the 3 high schools.
A special treat for you tonight. McKenna Mink, we're going to get to show you live McKenna Mink this evening.
Singing the national anthem.
awesome job as usual by McKenna Mink.
Proud Pop-Up and proud Uncle Dave right here next to her. Central Bucks West, I believe they won the toss. I know they're receiving. I think they won the toss. Garnet Valley will be kicking, I believe, right to left. Chaz Gathers is in his 3rd season as the head coach, his 7th season in coaching. He is a CB West grad and a Ursinus grad. In fact, he was the captain of the Ursinus football team when he played there. So it should be a good one. CB West averaged 19.7 points per game and gave up 16.4 points per game. So and that talks about a team that's about 6-4. You know, they didn't score a whole lot of points, and then they can give up a whole lot of points.
Well, I think their style of offense is very deliberate and smash mouth, so they may take a long time to score points, which speaks to a lower average. Of course, the Jags very similar style, but they come up with a lot of points average.
Jason Rose kicks off. It's taken back. 45-50, 40-yard line of Garnet Valley. Eventually brought down by Jason Rose. A 40-yard return by Ricardo Washington.
Yeah, just a chip shot of a kick, and the sea parted for Ricardo Washington, and he didn't waste any time getting upfield, so advantage CB West with a very big return for number 4, Washington.
Those high, short kickoffs outside the hash marks is precisely to prevent those long returns.
Yeah.
Number 9, Josh Kreka is the quarterback. Number 11, Ryan Moylan trying to get outside, and he picks up a couple. Notice that 94, Ryan Heber is in at fullback. There was some question about whether their 6'4", 225-pound fullback Jake Reichwein was going to start, and at least he has not started. So Heber, 6'1", 215-pound actual tight end, is now in at fullback. Heber picks up a couple. You're going to see nothing but a pretty straightforward I formation team in Central Bucks West, but they have a lot of gadget plays they run out of it.
Yeah, they try to lull you to sleep in there, keep pounding, and then all of a sudden they'll throw a little halfback pass at you or something like that.
Halfback pass, flea flicker. They started the Saturn game last week with a flea flicker that went 80 yards for a touchdown. Back to pass, and he's down. Kreka is brought down.
It's Griffin Salas.
Griffin Salas. Loss of 6 on the play. Salas is going to go both ways tonight.
Injury.
Ryan
to,
Shomo.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was 4th down. Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah, they're going to kick it from here. Try
Punt
to play
formation.
the field position game.
And Kevin Doherty fields it at the 10, fair catch. Garnet Valley will put it in play at their own 10. 26-yard punt, but no return.
Don mentioned Ryan Shomo out tonight, the big offensive guard. Jake Early is back in the lineup, however. At the other guards, you got McLaughlin and Adigwe. You got Early in there, and you got Griffin Salas running the other guard, and, of course, John Rickey at the tight end. And the regular backfield of Gallagher, Guy, and Lassick.
Lassick takes it straight ahead for a couple of yards. I want to give a shout out tonight to Dr. Rich Castafaro, the public address announcer for 16 plus years. He's out. He's on injured reserve. Filling in for him tonight is Tim Deary on the public address system. And Rich, we wish you well. Hope you get well soon. Danny Guy takes it straight ahead off left tackle. And he picks up a yard. We'll give him 2.
Jake Newman in the middle, the 5'10", 230-pound junior with that stop.
3rd and about 4.
Number 94, Ryan Heber, going both ways in there, linebacker.
First down, Garnet Valley. Lassick takes it straight up over Mahoney.
So far, so good. They get the
7-yard gain, first down for Garnet Valley at their own 23-yard line. I want to give a shout out to Jordan Mink, watching, listening to us in Greensboro, North Carolina. Good leg drive by Danny Guy.
Danny Guy right off the left side of that line. Tommy Mahoney, the center out there, doing a great job all year. Then following Adigwe and early that time, just digging those guys out. No need to be fancy if you can win those battles at the line of scrimmage.
5-yard gain, 2nd and 5. Guy's a second man through, and he breaks loose. And he's up to midfield into CB West territory at their 43-yard line.
30 yards?
35-yard run. 28-yard run.
For a Garnet Valley first down.
Terry and Kirby Steger are watching. Terry's a teacher in Garnet Valley Elementary, and she and Kirby are both Garnet Valley grads. Danny Guy again to the 35.
Yeah, that's the split play with the second guy through. The CB West defense kind of collapsing on that first guy, and plenty of room for Guy to get up on a 7-yard pickup there.
8-yard gain. Oh, Pat, you said 7.
I'm sorry.
I'm not going to correct you.
A short 8. It was a short 8.
4-4.
Yeah.
Danny Guy straight ahead. Ryan Gallagher's brought down hard in the backfield after he handed it off by Luke Benson.
Hey, that's the price you pay to run the option at any level, but that just means he made a good fake.
I was at a freshman football game the other day, and the fake was done so well, the official blew the whistle when the quarterback was tackled, and yet the halfback was running down the field.
Here we
First
got
down
interesting
at the
formation.
34. Lassick
Oh,
is gang tackled,
that was
brought down hard.
Ryan Heber leading the way in there.
2nd and 9. Buck Betcher's checking in with us from his home in Ridley. He's in the Strata Lounger watching on his smart TV.
He's our Frank Perea. We need
Yes.
him up here to interpret the rules for us.
Counterplay. Colin Robinson down to the 25.
7 yards.
7-yard gain.
Is that Colin Robinson, number 23, sort of just lined up as a slot back, but between the tackle and the tight end. And Jags running counter off of that formation. for a solid game. And they'll line up again to it on this side.
Colin Robinson in that same short slot formation.
Man, CB West, there's no stunting or blitzing or nothing either.
Garnet Valley calls time. I'm going to give a shout out as well to Bob Schiller, former Garnet Valley teacher, who has a granddaughter who's a, I think, 7th or 8th grader here, Hallie Brown. Betsy and Frank Shaza, who are watching and listening and do so consistently.
I know. Even though Ryan Shomo's not playing out in Pittsburgh, Brian Shomo's hosting a crowd in front of the big screen.
I was
Probably
told
dusted off after he was here for homecoming. He dusted off his timbales and pulled him out of the garage and started playing along with the band at halftime.
3rd and about 2.
That's got to be on somebody lined up in the neutral zone.
Somebody lined up in the, yep.
Should be on the defense. Yeah.
So 1st down without need to snap the ball. Jake Early's grandparents are listening and watching in South Carolina. So our stretch is far, Pat.
Our stretch is far up to the New England as well.
Brother Dave's watching.
Dave will be watching. He was thinking about sticking around for the live shot, but had to go walk the dog, I think.
Lassick picks up a couple. Ball's at the 17, a pickup of 4.
Down under 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Except for 3 plays, Garnet Valley has had the ball the entire time, so they're working on a 4+ minute drive right now.
Rory Glacken goes wide. Lassick takes it straight ahead. Gets inside the 10 to about the 9.
8 yards.
8-yard gain.
Oh, somebody threw a shoe. That's Lassick. Following the left side of that line, and number 23, Colin Robinson, up there on the second level blocking for Lassick as well.
Austin Patton comes in to the lineup to replace Lassick.
Shane Van Horn.
So we'll have a 2 tight end formation. With Robinson in that tight slot. Give it off to Patton, who gets down to the 1. A gain of 8.
It's a 90-yard drive if they make it.
Garnet Valley has presently driven it 89 yards without a pass. And as you said, Pat, used a whole lot of clock time
Yeah.
doing so. Danny Guy
in.
is into the end zone.
Wow.
Brought down by 94. Luke. Ryan Heber, we've called his name a number of times already.
Yeah, he's taken the spot. I guess that Richwine would play in the middle of that defense as well, and I'm assuming that on a regular basis that guy, his number is called.
Jason Rose makes something out of nothing. Jason Rose throws a complete pass. He's hurt.
But he took a hit.
He took a hit. A complete pass into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. The ball went through the holder's hands. Bush. Jason Rose had the peace of mind to pick it up, look for a receiver.
And John Rickey on the other end of that reception for the 2-point conversion. But Jason Rose paid a little bit of a price there. Took a took a big hit, and he's still down. So we'll, as they attend to him, just a little news from New England as well. Our talk about my brother and my nephew up at Wesleyan University, but Alex Yao, who was a senior last year, is a freshman at Wesleyan this year. Today they dedicated a field house or a meeting room or something to Bill Belichick, and he was coach of the New England Patriots, was up there today. So Alex Yao and the rest of the Wesleyan Cardinals got to meet Bill Belichick today.
How about
It was a
that?
cool experience.
Yeah.
Sure,
Jason Rose.
everybody will hear about it at Thanksgiving when he comes back.
Jason Rose got up and ran off the field, but he took a lick.
Also have a quick shout out. Kevin O'Donohue is with Judge Wendy Roberts at another charity event, but they have the game streaming, and also with our good friend and county council person Colleen Marone and her husband, all huddled around. I don't know, Kevin's probably got that new iPhone already, and it's projecting onto a large screen at the restaurant wherever they are.
The kicker was Bryce Stansfield. He put it down the sideline, and the ball was dribbling down the sideline, and the Central Bucks West player touched it before it went out of bounds. So instead of coming out to the 35, the ball is
17.
inside at about the 17-yard line.
Little option action.
Nice job stringing that out.
We were talking about the CB West teams of the past in the 90s. Mike Patton was the coach. I
Right.
just got that
Yeah,
piece of information.
yeah. There's
I
a
had forgotten that.
famous alumni there, and I guess his son didn't go there, but yeah, he was a coach. There are 4 state championships in the 90s for CB West. Oh, that was a good run.
Picked up about 7. Kevin O'Donohue reports that they are in a BJ Mayer GV football sponsored primetime limo. BJ Primetime sponsored one of our games this year.
Oh, that's how he's paying for it. Third, no.
Third and about 3. 3:15 left to play. Incomplete pass. Ball intended for Zane Williams, number 3. I noticed in looking at a couple of the games, they throw that pass backwards sometimes.
Yeah.
So that would be a fumble, but this was an incomplete pass.
So for the second time in the quarter, the Jags defense is held, forces CB West to kick.
Clark Bittner, number 97, is the punter. Danny Guy and Kevin Doherty back to field the punt. Doherty takes it on the run and gets to this side of the field if he can get a block, and he does.
Oh, my.
He got a crunching block.
Oh,
and
and he's
down the
gonna go.
sideline goes Doherty. He could go all the way, and he does.
Wow.
What a block! It
Oh,
spun
wow.
him loose.
You could
Flags?
no. You could see it. You could see
Yeah,
it
you
from
can
up
see it.
up here that there was a lot of restraint that was shown there, and waited until the defender was squared up, and it was a very clean hit. They've thrown flags like that before when
There is a flag.
oh,
There is a flag.
oh,
There is a flag.
They call it a defenseless defender.
Oh my gosh. That was a great play.
And
That's an unbelievable call.
Coach Ricky
And
is,
Coach Ricky is letting them
hear
know.
about it. Yeah, I think we had Buck Betcher up here the last time or I think his son maybe explained it to me after the game when I ran into him.
That was a clean block, folks. And Central Bucks fans, we told you we are homers, but that was a clean block.
Yeah, I could understand where they come from on that rule, but it looked like the blocker was a front, and it was a squared up block. It wasn't. There was no angle there. It was straight up. But they throw the flag for that these days, so it's even-tempered Ben Hoyt is angry with that call too. But
12-yard run.
12-yard run and a first
First
down.
down
So
at the 30.
Jags offense will have to shake it off and get back to work, and they show a good sign of that by going out and grabbing a first down on the first play.
Kevin Doherty ran wide to set that block up too.
Yeah.
Wide open, Lassick, pickup of 11 to the 41.
That's gotten fired. That's gotten them fired up.
Lassick comes back hobbling a bit.
He had some issues earlier in the week, but they just rested him. They didn't practice him.
Yeah, he's showing something there. First time I thought he just lost a shoe or something, but he's
2 tight ends. Danny Guy straight ahead. Picks up 5-6 yards. Ryan Gallagher was plastered
6 yards.
by Luke Benson, number 87.
Man, this would be a nice place for a pass right here.
2nd and 5. 1:43 left to play in the first. Split was Lassick. He picked up about a yard.
They haven't done a pitch yet, have they?
They've just run between the tackles thus far. 3rd and 4. At about a Garnet Valley 47-yard line. Ryan Gallagher getting some instructions from the sideline.
we had a 5-4 defense up there. 9 guys in the box.
Once again,
That time
He
he
is-
had the ball.
Ryan Gallagher is planted by Luke Benson.
Well, that's assignment
Yeah.
football when you're defending the option is you got to pick a guy that's going to hit the quarterback on every play, and that appears to be Luke Benson in this case.
So 7 points is taken off the board for Garnet Valley. Jason Rose will punt. Gets a high hanger. It bounces at the 30, 20, 10.
Big Garnet Valley bounce.
And will roll dead at the 6.
So the field position flips.
Ball's marked down at the 7.
Good to see number 32, Jake Morin, back on the field, the long snapper.
Danny Bradley in at linebacker along with Mark Moriarty. Zeke Alicio. Tight formation. Jake Reichwein. Whistle blew at about the 12. Pickup of 5. So Reichwein, as we said, is a West Point commit, likely to play linebacker there. So it'll be 2nd and 5 at the CB West 12-yard line. When we resume, we'll just flip ends of the field.
We'll be right back when play is ready to resume.
Garnet Valley rushed for 17 times for 120 yards in the first quarter. Lassick was 9 carries for 46 yards, and Guy six carries for 54.
An early score out of Lansdale, Pennsylvania. Haverford 7, North Penn nothing in the first quarter.
That has us all scratching our heads.
Penwood,
North Penn, the number 1 seed, versus Haverford, the 16 seed.
Perkiomen Valley nothing, Penwood 6.
That's also
Another
a
head
2
scratch.
versus 15,
Yep.
and 15's ahead.
Coatesville and Harry Truman are tied at 6. And Harry Truman's got to be 100 and some years old now. Hanging in there with Coatesville.
Quarterback keeps it himself. Picks up just short of the first down. Cracker faked it inside and went outside. Picked up about 4. It's now 3rd and 1. They have 3 backs in the backfield. A lot of lead blocking, and he didn't hand it off. Cracker kept it himself.
It just followed the scrum. Looks like he got enough for a first.
First down, CB West at their own 18-yard line.
I just got a reminder from Joe Iveron
That he's out there?
that Harry Truman is actually dead. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate the heads up.
Number 52 is in the backfield. Lead blocker. Cutting up inside. Picking up about 7 is 33. Jake Reichwein. Do you know what the S stands for in Harry S. Truman?
Sinclair.
Nothing. It's just S period.
I did not know that, as Johnny Carson used to say.
2nd and 4.
Garnet Valley has no safety.
Reichwein again, short of the first down. I got that piece of information, Pat, off the inside of one of my Snapple bottles.
Oh, okay.
Snapple bottle caps give you really insightful information like that. 3rd and 1 once again.
Look at this. There's
I
no
formation with an offset eye. The number 52 is offset to this side. Quarterback kept it himself straight ahead the last time. He gives it off inside, and I don't think
They
he got the
stopped him
first
that
down.
time, yeah.
CB West, of course, is pointing to first down.
No, I think they lost a little there.
Fourth down.
It's going to be 4th and short. Oh, looks like they're,
We're going to try to get Garnet Valley to jump off sides.
well, they're feeling the pace of this game and understanding that possessions can't be wasted with two teams that can burn a lot of clock. So they might be looking to have them jump. Oh, follows him
Looks
up.
like a rugby scrum. He got the first down.
Yeah. That was the sneak again, followed his two of his blockers in there.
So they got a 3rd and 1 for a first down.
You better watch
And
out.
they got a 4th and 1 for first down.
This play action pass here.
So
They got nobody in the center of the field. Garnet Valley.
yeah, they've been
They got their safety.
CB West had 9 guys in the box. Garnet Valley's returning the favor, putting
They
9 in the box.
Spread it a little bit this play. Luke Benson, number 87, had 2 long pass receptions for touchdowns against Saturn last week. Reichwein picks up a couple.
So Reichwein didn't start, but he's made his way into the lineup.
Schenkel makes the tackle.
Yeah, you see a guy that's 6'4", 225. You need to wrap those guys up and wrap them up early. Hang on until you get some help.
The Garnet Valley version of, what's that guy's name, Pereira?
Yeah.
Is Buck Betcher. He's texting me saying, a new rule was put into effect this year pertaining to defenseless players.
Yep.
As strange as it might sound, you can't contact a player who does not know you, does not see you coming.
That rule should be taken back out at the end of this year.
That block on a punt is now a foul.
Right. Well, that's why I thought they might have got away with that one. I understood that when they did it a few weeks ago.
Pass to the outside, complete, right at the 40-yard line. First
That'll be
down.
First down, yeah. But yeah, it actually looked like, and I don't remember the number, but looked like the Garnet Valley blocker was waiting for that.
Ricardo Washington made that catch. First down at their own 40 for CB West. Do you shout at the other player and say, "Here I come"?
Yeah. Yell his number out. Like the old
First and
Oklahoma
10
drills.
at the 40. Hand off to Reichwein. He gets outside and out of bounds after a gain of about 4. Jason Rose knocks him out of bounds. It will be 2nd and 5.
It's like 2 exact teams.
Yeah.
Should have taken the under.
The Bucks have completed 1 pass. Garnet Valley has not attempted one.
Oh! Oh!
Do you have to say I'm coming?
That's number 1, Westberg.
Rohan McDonald.
I think if he was going for the pick, he might have got it. He was just zeroed in on making that play. Obviously, did not miss film study this week and saw that thing developing from the get-go. And Nick Westberg, like a missile, came out and laid out the CB West receiver out there.
Westberg's 5'10", 175, and all 175 got in on that play. Back to pass, and down he goes.
Salas.
Salas makes the tackle. Loss of yardage. It's now 4th and about 12, 4th and 11.
It was like a 6-minute drive for 30 yards.
Jerry Montella makes the point that they held the ball for about 6 minutes and they gained 30 yards.
We are actually down
Bittner back to punt.
5 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this half.
Another good punt. Doherty makes a fair catch at the 30. Garnet Valley will put it in play at their own 30 with 5:22 left to play in the first half. Garnet Valley leads 8-0.
Right here, you want to see a pass right here.
Springford up on the Chamonix 7-0. So a lot of road teams taking early leads. Not Central Bucks South though; they're losing 10-0 to Pennsbury. Coatesville now up 12-6 on poor old Harry Truman. Oh,
Lassick
nice
bounces
spin.
off a tackle and picks up 6 yards.
Downingtown East up on Owen J. Roberts, 21-0 that game in the first quarter. Penwood still up 6-0 on Perk Valley. Penridge and Quakertown tied at 0 in the second quarter.
Donald McCauley made that tackle. Second and 4. Sorry, Pat.
I'm sorry, Spring in 5A Springfield leading Pencrest 7-0.
5A has so many teams with less than 500 records.
Yeah, I think Pencrest is 3-7, and they're playing the undefeated Springfield Cougars, who already I think beat them this year 28-3 or 28-0.
3-yard gain. It will be third and we'll call it a yard. Looks like less than that, but a yard. Guy and Lassick in the backfield. Guy breaks through out to the 46-yard line. Pickup of 6.
Jaguar offensive line just winning the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Ryan Gallagher doing a good job. Just managing this game. Danny Guy, straight off right tackle, gain of 6. Led up in there by 63, Salas.
Jags with that extra running back, Colin Robinson, in there. They're using the 2 tight ends. And Colin Robinson been a lead blocker for much of this, but they also have some plays built in there for him. But he's been helping these guys get up there into that second level as a tight lead blocker, right behind the.
Look how tight this formation. Lassick picks up a first down. Oh, it's Guy. First down. Heber made the tackle. It's at the 43-yard line of CB West.
Shane Van Horn and John Rickey, the 2 tight ends, doing a great job blocking there too. They attacked the outside edge there and just winning those battles and picking up solid gains every time.
Back to throw.
Right there.
Wide open is Colin Robinson. He makes the catch. Is down to the 20-yard line. 23-yard pass and catch. Gallagher to Robinson.
Gallagher to Robinson. Nice ball by Gallagher, just the quick timing pattern, just one step and fired it off to Colin Robinson down the sideline for a big gain.
Talk about film study. They may not have seen a pass by Garnet Valley in the 3 games that they watched.
Yeah.
Lassick picks up 4.
And you see that hole closed pretty quickly, but it's the whole middle of that offensive line was wide open.
2:24 left in the half.
You get 3 or 4 yards a pop. That's all you can ask.
Danny Guy into the 20, or 15. It will be third and about 3.
Clock runs now to under 2 minutes left in the half. Tight end comes out and Rory Glacken checks in. Downfield blocking specialist.
Roy Glacken wide to the bottom of your screen. Lassick takes it straight ahead.
Oh.
Short of the first down.
See the.
They're not going to expose him to anything.
Oh, and we got a CB West defender down after that play.
It will give Garnet Valley a chance to decide what they want to do. Fourth and a yard. Here comes the wind.
The wind kicking up, the flag in the end zone just standing straight up. Like a crosswind a little bit in the face. So I don't think it would be a help to Jason Rose, or if he's back in there kicking.
I'm looking to see if Coach Mink is in the discussions down there, and he isn't, so they're going for it.
Yeah, that breeze kicking up and
Blowing us out of the booth.
taking a few degrees off of the temperature. Day started this afternoon out in the mid 70s and probably down under 60 degrees now and heading into the 40s.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 42 at dawn tomorrow. 57.
Nicholas Pazuski, lineman, he's up, getting a little bit of help off the field. Looks like his right leg, right ankle injury. You hate to see that. Hopefully it's not too serious. They need to get a couple players out there to help them. Jags may.
So Ryan Gallagher under center.
Your famous hard count. Nope.
Hands off to Danny Guy, who breaks through
First
and
down.
goes down to about the 7-yard line. First down.
Some equipment came flying out in the backfield.
Pickup of 6.
I don't know if it was a mouthpiece or a snap from a helmet or something.
Austin Patton and Danny Guy are in the backfield, along with Colin Robinson at that slot position. Guy keeps it straight into the end zone behind Salas and Adigwe. So about a 3+ minute drive. Garnet Valley's into the end zone, and they lead 14-0 with 1:07 left to play in the half. 70-yard drive.
And is this Jason Rose back in here? Yeah.
Jason Rose will kick. Bush to hold. Snap is down. Kick is up. And it's good. Garnet Valley leads 15-0.
Jake Morin, the long snapper, in there. Just a sophomore. Trying to get that old feel back. Jags up 2 scores. I don't know if our good friend Joey Gaggs has signed on for the postseason or not. But
Well, we'll announce.
if he did, they would have been sponsored. Those 2 touchdowns sponsored by Joseph Anthony Retreat Spa and Salon.
Zane Williams and Ricardo Washington are deep at about the 10. Jason Rose will kick. 1:07 left to play.
Yeah. Pick it out, man. Get it to him.
Certainly don't want to return here.
Oop, the football.
Ball blew off the tee. Rose resets it and is ready to go. And the kick is high and deep to the 5. Trying to come to this side and cutting it up the field is Zane Williams, brought down at the 25-yard line. The Bucks will take over at their own 25. Danny Bradley on the tackle. So Garnet Valley has rushed for about 200 yards. They have one pass completion for 20-plus yards.
Should be nice to get a pick here. We're going to get a pick.
Oh,
Looks like we have motion against Central Bucks West. First time we've seen shotgun formation.
yeah, Jaguars used one timeout in the first quarter, and it's just a minute to go here. So if they get a stop or two, they might want to burn them. Try to get the ball back.
Oh, nice play.
Yeah. Oh,
Down the sideline, and he's still going. Inside the 40-yard line of Garnet Valley.
number 22, Joe Fay.
Krecker rolled out, got himself enough room to slip it off to Joe Fay. It was a short pass, but Fay really did a nice job of dancing down the sideline and dancing out of a couple tackles. He didn't break the tackles. He didn't run through them, but he bounced off them.
He was hanging out in that intermediate level there, and credit to the Bucks, Central Bucks offensive line, gave Krecker a lot of time there, and then as the pressure was starting to get to him, he was able to roll out, and someone set a bead on the quarterback that should have been covering number 22, Fay, but Krecker recognized that, just laid it into him and turned it into a very big play. So now the Jags, a little more concerned about just making sure CB West doesn't get in the end zone here in the last 49 seconds. 39 yards away from pay dirt.
Ricardo Washington wide to this side. 81, Rowan McDonald in the slot. Back to throw. He's being harassed as Krecker. He gets out of bounds, stops the clock. Good coverage downfield. Krecker had to run for his
Life. Yeah, number 54 Moriarty on the blitz. The middle linebacker in there, flushed him out of the pocket and chased him out of bounds. Stops the clock for Krecker and CB West.
They're
42.
likely to be throwing on every down, so 42.8 seconds is plenty of time. Krecker back to throw again. He throws to the sideline and a little high.
Oh, that was a little. It came off of Ricardo Washington's hand softly.
Kevin Doherty was in coverage.
Yeah, he could have. Lucky to tip that out of bounds instead of to hold it up in the air for a tip drill pick.
3rd and 10 at the Garnet Valley 39.
Garnet Valley's going to get the ball too, right? Second and 10.
Wide receivers to top and bottom. Kreca back to throw. Here comes the rush. Screen pass set up. There's a whistle.
That's got to be on the
Yep.
offense.
Motion against CB West.
CB West, a lot of those late in the year for those kind of dead ball, false start fouls. They had a solid handful of those so far in this half.
And Garnet Valley sees the
Almost a full handful.
CB West screen.
Yeah.
3rd and 15.
38 seconds to go.
Here comes a rush. He gets up the middle,
good job.
throws it deep, down the sideline, and good
what a
coverage.
great play, Doherty.
Good coverage by Doherty on a much taller Luke Benson, 6'4".
Yeah, he hung that ball up there. I mean, Kreca, first of all, did a great job, and his line created a pocket for him. He felt that pressure, stepped right into the center of that pocket and put the ball up there, and Doherty just a great job closing on the play and getting up to its highest point and knocking that ball down. That's making Coach Flynn and Coach Panarella very proud.
Trips to this side. One wide away from us. Kreca back to throw. Here comes a rush. He's not going to beat it this time. Oh, he does. They hold him up. A couple of his. And down he goes. Danny Bradley and Salas bring him down.
And that was really the worst thing that could have happened to CB West. They gave Garnet Valley the ball and almost at the 50-yard line with 20 seconds to go. Yeah, they have 2 timeouts, so they can take a couple shots here. And Glacken wide to this side, but they're going with that
Tight formation.
tight formation.
Ryan Gallagher under center. Lassick and Guy set up behind him. Counter. Robinson picks up 6.
Jags call
Timeout. Jaguars. 12.2 seconds left. I'm going to surprise them with a run.
But oh, what a run.
Oh, what a run.
See any of these others? Downingtown East. As expected, all over O&J Roberts, 35-0 that game in the second quarter. Penwood now 18-7 in the second quarter over Perkiomen Valley. Nobody's reporting the Garnet Valley CB West score, but we know what it is here. So, still says Haverford up 7-0 at North Penn. Unionville up 21-0 in the second quarter in 5A action against Glen Mills, the Battling Bulls.
Rory Glacken to this side. Danny Guy in the slot. Kevin Doherty wide the other way.
Ooh, draw.
Quarterback draw.
Hang on to the ball.
Gallagher holding
out of
it
bounds.
and gets out of bounds at the 25. 4.3 seconds left to play.
Now we got a group check
Looks
it in.
like
Looks like they're going to
field
try
goal.
to kick it.
27 yards.
Stiff breeze blowing
The ball's at the 25.
directly
It'll be set
across.
down at the 32, so it's a 42-yard field goal. I know this field goal math, Jer. Yeah?
42-yarder.
42-yarder with the wind blowing
Wind blowing
across.
across, it looks like. CB West
CB
going to
West
burn their
calls
last
time.
timeout. icing Jason Rose, who I'm sure is just thinking to himself, I got to kick this in the sweet spot, give it a chance.
Jack Bush is the holder.
That well, we've already seen that Jason Rose can throw the ball, so the fake is not entirely out of the question at this. This is a long field goal in high school, regardless, and with a stiff cross breeze. That may have been the reason that CB West called timeout, just to say, hey, don't go after the football. Make sure you check your responsibilities on defense first. Got John Rickey in there. You got Austin Patton. Both can catch the football
Set
on
up
the right
for a
side.
42-yard attempt. CB West calls time again.
You can't call 2 in a row, can you? Huh. That's a new one for me, too. I didn't think you could call 2 in a row.
Our official at home tells us that motion penalty is a live ball foul. A snap infraction is a dead ball foul, false start.
Yes.
So that was the previous infraction by CB West that I called a motion penalty.
News coming that Haverford no longer winning that game, 21-14 North Penn at this point.
Ball's down. Kick is up. And the kick is good!
It's
Good from 42 yards as time
Wow.
runs out.
Wow, big ball there.
An elated Garnet Valley football team goes off the field.
Off the field with a little bit of momentum. So 18-0. The Jags will
called
go
that.
off, and they will have the ball when we come back after the half. So Jags defense playing very well as usual, and the offense getting enough done to get down there and make this a 3-possession lead for the Jags going into the locker room at halftime. The halftime will be 15 minutes during the playoffs as directed by the PIAA, and the visiting band will come out. But in the meantime, we're going to take a short little break, and we'll come back to you with some, as Jerry feverishly works on the halftime statistics, we'll come back to you with the results when we're coming in. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Mo. As the Jags up 18-0 at the half. As we get ready to kick it off, rejoined by the voice of the Valley, Don Mink, the spotter of the Valley, Jerry Montella.
And Jerry has furnished some statistics from the first half. Garnet Valley rushed 31 times for 195 yards. The one pass was a big part of sustaining a drive. And of course, the play that everyone will remember here at the end of the half was a 42-yard field goal by Jason Rose that just got over the crossbar. But that's all it has to do, just get over the crossbar. We will also remember the play where a Central Bucks West player was decleated and apparently can't do that.
Twitter has the Matt Smith covering the game for the Delaware County Daily Times has got the Jason Rose 42-yarder on Twitter, on video. Very good field level angle.
Danny Guy is the lone deep back. Kevin Doherty is up at the 25-yard line in case they just dunk it. And they dribble it, and it goes out of bounds. Garnet Valley will take over at its own 35-yard line.
Well, a couple weeks ago, there were, how many re-kicks did we see?
Oh, yeah, three. Yep. They just kept marching back. And they didn't discriminate on one sideline either. They used both sidelines to kick it out of bounds.
Little Central League note here in the 5.
Lassick is 13 for 67 yards rushing, and Guy has 12 carries for 80. Two wide receivers set to this side. Straight up inside is Matt Lassick for 9 yards.
Lassick back in, his leg feeling better.
Second and 2 at the Garnet Valley 44-yard line.
Ooh.
End around. Here comes. Oh, he's
there's
going to get
another one.
Going to get. He didn't see him coming.
They let that one go.
Let that one go. Kevin Doherty takes it on an end around.
That was worse than the up first.
Yeah, it's good. That block looked a lot more like a questionable block than the one on the kick, but hey.
Pickup of 12 to the 44-yard line. Doherty.
That was Doherty on the
12-yard
end
line
around.
to the 44-yard line. Danny Guy goes straight ahead, picks up about 5.
Yeah, they're running that like just right over, almost over the tight end when they're making that handoff.
Doherty and Glacken go in.
Who ran that? Can't tell. Who was that?
The Guy. Wide receiver and slot to this side. Straight ahead. Lassick, first down. Inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line.
Garnet Valley offensive line picking up where they left off and
Gain of 7.
just grinding it out. That's just a minute and a half into this second half, and the Jags working on their third first down.
Tight formation. Lassick takes it up inside, off right tackle. And he battles for those 2 or 3 yards that he picked up.
See, that should be a penalty on a guy's taking a quarterback down.
And I think the coaching staff on the sideline agrees. Jerry Montel is saying the way they're blasting the quarterback, our quarterback Gallagher, after the play, that should be a penalty. And Coach Ricky's in the official's ear right now to that effect. Counter. Robinson inside the 20-yard line to about the 19.
12 yards.
So we've
12-yard pickup.
seen that counter pay a couple times tonight and a couple times last week.
And there's a penalty flag, I believe. Face mask on the Bucks.
That'll be half the distance.
So the ball's at 13-yard line. Lassick and Guy deep in the backfield. Colin Robinson to the slot. Straight ahead is Lassick.
4.
Off left tackle. Gain of 4. Went right behind Digway.
Digway and McCullough.
Second and 6 at the 9. Just underway in the second half. 8:50 left to go in the third quarter. Lassick off right tackle. Inside the 10. Heber on the tackle. Somebody lost a helmet, has to go out of the game. Ball's at the 7. 3rd and 4 at the 7. As you said, Pat, the Garnet Valley line is just really blasting off the ball. Pitch out. Danny Guy trying to get outside and does to the 5, to the goal line. Touchdown. 7-yard run for a touchdown.
It's the first time they made the pitch to the outside. Danny Guy out there. Nice play by the defender in position, but Danny Guy makes a miss, keeps his balance, and then little race to the corner and gets in. Yep.
Good pitch out by Gallagher. Jason Rose to attempt the extra point. Ball's down. Kick is up and good. And Garnet Valley leads 25-0 with 7:57 left to go in the third.
Jags did what they had to do. They took some momentum into the locker room and came out on their opening drive.
Used
Spent
4 minutes.
minutes of clock and put 7 more points on the board. Very efficient drive by the Jags coming out of the locker room for the half.
Jason Rose will kick. Number 3, Zane Williams, and number 4, Ricardo Washington are deep. That strong breeze coming across the field. Still there. Rose sets up.
They all just shifted.
And he hits it. Hits it deep to the 5. Taken
boy.
at the 2 by Ricardo Williams. Oh, no, that's 11. Ryan Moylan. He does not get back to the 20. Shane O'Donohue doing a great job on special teams of late.
Yeah, he earned his way onto the field with his kamikaze techniques on kickoff. And last couple weeks, he's become a fixture on the kickoff team, and now we know why.
Down by 4 scores, we might see more passing from Central Bucks West. Krekka's in the shotgun. Hands off underneath. Getting about a yard is 33. Jake Reichwein. And that's what it was, a yard, 2nd and 9.
It's like the Haverford not giving up there at North Penn. It looks like they scored but missed the extra point. So North Penn 21, Haverford 20.
Shiraki on that last tackle. 3 wide receivers to this side. Pass intended for number 22, Joe Fay. Zeke Alicio on the play. Wide receivers to each side, slot to this side. Krekka calls for the ball, gets it. Here comes the rush. He throws, complete. Out to the 35-yard line is number 81, Rowan McDonald. Kevin Doherty on the tackle.
Two guys in the backfield. Ooh.
Oh! Finally brought down by Cherokee, but somebody else had a shot at Krekka before that.
Yeah, these guys are, it just seems like every time they drop back, both middle linebackers are going. And there's pressure every single time. Krekka's done a nice job buying himself a couple extra seconds and sometimes getting the ball off, sometimes just prolonging the inevitable there. That time taken down for a short loss.
Krekka hands off to Reichwein. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage and nothing more. It will be 3rd and 10.
Shirachi. Josh Shiraki and Griffin Salas, the fixtures on the inside of that Garnet Valley defensive line. Very solid season all year long, and then complemented greatly by Old Droddy and Cade Brennan on the outside defensive end position.
Back to throw is Krekka. He's stepping up. He gets hit as he throws,
Ooh.
and the ball is incomplete. Good coverage by Westberg.
Westberg going to the ground to just try to scoop that one up, but it fell short. Yeah, 25 nothing. No, they're going to kick. CB West.
Guy and Doherty are deep at the Garnet Valley 30. to accept Bittner's punt. Bittner's hit some nice high punts. That ball snapped low. He has plenty of time. Gets it off to Doherty, who calls a fair catch just inside the 30. Garnet Valley will take over at its own 29-yard line with 5:03 left to go in the third, leading 25-0.
Yeah, talk a lot about the offensive line for the Jags. That defensive line and the entire defense just playing a very solid game tonight. Good game plan, and the execution has been there all night.
Gallagher keeps it and is stood up. Did not expect to see Gallagher carrying the ball.
He was wide open. He's got that form carried down very well. They teach you to keep that ball tucked in between your elbow and your shoulder pad and carry it high and tight. He running a little bit too upright, though, I think.
He's got over 30 yards.
Pickup of 5. He has over 30 yards rushing. Does Gallagher?
Oh.
Keeps it himself. Gets the first down and he's knocked back. Do they give him the initial yardage? It's right at the 40, first down. Gallagher's the third quarterback this season. It's Lassick, pickup of 5. Of course, Ryan Hamby is out with an injury, as is Cole Powis.
Yeah, we don't know. We're pretty sure Hamby's done for the season with the ACL. Palace, a similar MCL type injury, but so we don't know if there's a time frame for him to get back or not. But Gallagher, so far so good in his service under center.
Danny Guy picks up a yard and earned it. He got hit hard. Third and about 4. Clock running at 3 minutes.
Colin Robinson checking in for Doherty. So they're going to run this tight slot formation.
Counter.
Oh,
Bounces
nice.
outside. Good run. Colin Robinson.
Yeah, real good fight there. That's the counter play. They've
18 yards.
third time they've run that tonight, and I think it's the third first down they've gotten with it. And that time you give Colin Robinson a lot of credit. He ran into some traffic and just bounced that to the outside. Good instincts and good leg drive to make a lot more out of that play than was there.
18-yard gain.
He's got 45 yards.
Colin Robinson has 45 yards rushing. Lassick takes it off right tackle, picks up about 6. It was just reported that Penwood is leading Perkiomen Valley. They are leading Perk Valley. Wide receivers to each side. Danny Guy in the slot to the top of your screen. Gallagher keeps it again to the 25. Maybe a first down, or maybe close enough to measure. It is a first down. Our dependable chains crew is done for the season. The chains crew in the playoffs has to be PIAA officials.
Are they hanging out over there in some sort of supervisory role? I'm sure they're.
Gallagher keeps it himself out of necessity. He knew that Danny Guy was stopped at the line of scrimmage, and Gallagher had the presence of mind to hang on to it and get as much as he could. Picked up 5. Glacken comes out. Doherty goes in.
Looks like North Penn scored again over there, and Lansdale. Now it's a 28-20 lead for North Penn over.
Pass.
Oh,
John Rickey overthrown.
Oh, just.
Gallagher had him wide open. Surprised the entire Central Bucks West defensive backfield, but the ball was overthrown.
He was behind everybody, and that wasn't the rifled ball. It was just kind of floated out of John's reach that time. And
3rd and 5. Another pass.
Wide open there, too.
Oh, just out of the reach. I think that's Drew Mayers, number 22.
Jags working on some.
2 open receivers. .102 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Wide receiver and slot back to the top of your screen. Pat Gallagher throws a screen to Jonathan Rickey. He picks up the first down, an inside screen. So 3 straight passes from Garnet Valley.
Yeah. I need to put some ice on my head.
Never again.
Can they go for 4 in a row?
Will they go for 4 in a row?
He does a slant, inside slant to the post. It's wide open.
Wide open.
Gallagher keeps it himself into the end zone. 12-yard run by Ryan Gallagher for a touchdown. And Garnet Valley is up 31-0 with 27 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter.
All right. I think the prognosticators have spoken.
Rose to kick.
Ooh.
Rose got it under an on-charging CB West defender.
Santa Cecilia comes flying in.
Garnet Valley leads 32-0.
27 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Another solid drive by the Jags, basically taking up the rest of that quarter. Garnet Valley looking like they're going to sock this one away with a 32-point lead. They will play the winner of the North Penn Haverford game next week here at Garnet Valley if things hold up the way they appear to be holding up.
North Penn, who Garnet Valley faced last year in the District 1 championship game.
Yep.
The Road Warriors finally lost on the road last year.
The
Jason Rose hits it high and deep to the 15.
oh,
cutting
There he
all the way
goes.
across the field.
The hustle of
Zane Williams.
Shane O'Donohue is going to cost Central Bucks 10 yards for a block in the back.
Block in the back,
Because
indeed.
he went flying right past the blocker, and the blocker couldn't lay off him. 2 flags thrown on that. So credit O'Donohue.
You working? Oh, good.
His father would still be just crossing the 40 if he was in there.
From the stands.
From
Block in the back, as Pat called it. So CB West has really dug themselves in a hole. They're down 32-0, and they're starting from their own 7-yard line. Receivers spread everywhere. Kreka looking to throw and is brought down.
Gain of 1.
Salas and Cherokee. He picked up a yard. He was hit about 3 yards deep in the backfield, but pushed forward until he picked up a yard. At the end of the third quarter, Garnet Valley leads 32-0. Should we Garnet Valley win, and it looks likely, they will host the winner of the Haverford North Penn game, which appears now to be North Penn.
Yeah, I'm not sure what what quarter they're in there, but it's been an offensive game, 28-20, and we all know we've seen Haverford and what they're capable of with that.
Oh, I didn't think it was that close, Pat. 28-20?
Yeah, junior quarterback Jake Ruane and the very good receiver that's going to Maryland, whose name escapes me right now. But
Mosley.
Mosley, right. So they are hanging tough with the North Penn Knights. "12 minutes away. For the Jags to get their first home playoff win in 2 years, at least.
Yes. Defensive backfield. Westberg, Dan Bradley, Jason Rose, and Kevin Doherty.
Oop,
Here
there
comes
he
the
goes.
rush. Cracker breaks
wow.
it, gets out for a nice gain out to the 30.
Huge game.
Westberg makes the tackle at the 31.
Give him a lot of credit, too. He just popped straight up after running for that first down, and they don't have a shuttle service to bring the plays in. Kreka sprints over to the sideline to get him. He was all the way over this side of the field, popped up, ran over, got the play, and now he's back at it. 5'10", 180. Senior.
Kreka throws, complete, down the middle, inside of Garnet Valley territory is number 81, Rowan McDonald, brought down by Jason Rose. Ball's at the Garnet Valley 47.
Jags secondary, of course, giving the CB West receivers lots of room, just trying to keep things in front of them. Looks like we're going to see the next offense when Garnet Valley gets the ball back.
false start. They get a lot of pre-snap penalties. Or they have tonight.
Wow, here's an upset in the making here. Penwood 30, Perkiomen Valley 14 in the third quarter.
Penwood, I understand, is a very athletic team.
Yes.
Kreka throws incomplete. McDonald was the intended receiver. Kreka in the shotgun. Rolls right. Tries to cut upfield, but gets maybe a yard.
Nice job inside there. That's
Cade Brennan.
Cade Brennan, and with a little help from Alicio and Zach Schenkel.
3rd and 14. Moriarty dancing around. Here comes the draw, or the screen. And Moriarty was right in the center of that. 3 blockers in front, but Moriarty was occupying 2 of them. Fourth and 13 at midfield. 9:41 left to play. Garnet Valley leads 32-0. They need 12. Here comes the rush.
Ooh,
And it's going to get them this time.
Oh, boy.
Back inside their own 35. Cade Brennan with help from Cherokee. Zach Schenkel was there as well. The defensive and offensive lines for Garnet Valley have really been outstanding tonight. You know, almost 300 yards of rushing on the offensive side and a 0 spot up on the.
It's a new unit, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a second offensive unit in right now.
I saw Zap was getting ready in the, is it Malik?
Malik is the quarterback. He keeps it.
He's keeping it.
35-30.
Whoa.
Keeps it in, cuts it inside to about the 26. Oh, there's a penalty back at the 32.
Oh, holding on the offense. They're leaving that first team offensive line in there. But you got Reese Malik running quarterback, another sophomore. Zapp, who had a lot of yards last week. Number 9 is a senior. Jags just so deep at the running back position this year. No flat-out burners, but just good, solid, hard runners. Andrew Mayer's one of those. Austin Patton, of course. A lot of these guys. Tough to pick just 2 or 3 to play all the time.
Garnet Valley has to call time. They're shuttling these newer players in, and I don't know whether it was that they had the wrong number of players or didn't know the play. Oh, somebody's taking a jersey off.
Yeah, I think he's got
I had two of the same number
Yeah,
out there.
So they can't be on there. Probably PIAA rule. That's why they call it timeout.
Yeah, you definitely can't have two guys on the. So the quarterback will now be wearing number 77.
It's actually number 22 who's now going in as number.
So it's the other 22 for the Jags that's going to be in there with Andrew Mayers.
Guy jumps off the sideline to line up as a wide
Yeah.
receiver, and there's a
Could be
penalty.
Illegal motion.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh,
Malik
look
gets
at him
outside,
go.
inside the 30, but there's going to be a penalty against Garnet Valley.
Yeah, the couple guys leaned forward there before the snap, and it's going to be that, as Buck Betcher would say, not the dead ball foul, but the illegal motion as opposed to a false start.
Now, this week was the week where the seniors give little speeches to the remainder of the team. And a few of them came on and they say, this is my third year in the program or my fourth year in the program. Jonathan Rickey got his opportunity. He said, this is my 17th year in the program.
And John Rickey, remember, from being a water boy to a ball boy to always giving the blessing at the banquet for how many years now, the starting tight end.
1st and 22, Garnet Valley goes off left tackle for a gain of about 2.
Reese Malik looks like he's in 6th grade. I don't know what his measurables are. It's pretty fast, though. He's getting away from all the pursuit when he's keeping the football here. But
2nd and 19.
in that huddle with all those 6 pluses in there.
Austin Patton gets back to about the 37-yard line where it will be 3rd and 11.
7 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in this game.
Third and 12.
Still has it.
Malik keeps it and gets into the 30. It's going to be 4th and 5. Heber looks a little shaken on that play.
He's been working hard all night. That guy.
They're saying 4th and 6. Malik under center. Counter play.
Oh,
And it does not get the first down for the first time tonight. Each time they tried it before, it picked up a first down. This time it was stopped after a gain of about 3. It was Drew Mayers.
Jags will turn it over on downs. We'll say goodbye to Jerry Montella. Got to beat the traffic. Now it looks like the some extra folks on defense getting in there as well. I don't have my Jaguar roster, so I can only help you with the ones I remember. Nice run there by Kreka, scrambling away from the pursuit again and just dives up over the. Looks like it was good enough for a first down. Number 15, Brandon DiCamillo in there at cornerback, or one of the extra safeties. Number 14, Nick Gabos out there, and
Just under 6 minutes left to play. Completion out to number 81, McDonald. Danny Bradley on the tackle. Ball's at the
George-
Garnet Valley 47-yard line.
George Vo out there. Ryan Williams now at linebacker, calling the huddle.
Ryan Williams had some big plays last week at Conestoga.
Zeke Alicio out there at one of the outside backers. Danny Bradley, of course.
Wide receiver to this side and a slot, and the same for the top of your screen. Kreka throws to the sideline, complete, and knocked out of bounds eventually at the 35-yard line. Is Washington. Ryan Williams on the tackle.
And then there's another number 2 out there that's not Ryan Gallagher, and it's not Andrew Mayers.
Kreka to throw. He got out of that.
Shaking free.
Gee whiz. He had 4 guys around him.
Yeah. Tough football player, that Josh Kreka.
Ball's at the Garnet Valley 30. 4:47 remaining. Kreka throws over the middle, incomplete. Ball intended for McDonald.
That is Drew.
They're
Andrew
saying
Mayer.
Drew Mayers is number 2.
Yeah, that was 22 is his number last year. I think we've been ignoring either Max Bruette or Kevin Craig Jr., who's wearing number 22. Kevin Craig's both sophomores, and Lucas Manna is also listed as a number 22 on the roster.
Here comes a rush again.
Oh,
He does not get away.
George Vo.
George Vo on the
making
tackle.
play.
Yep. And it will be 4th
Senior.
and about 8.
George Vo, honorary captain a few weeks ago. Coach Ricky can't say enough about his dedication to the program and the team concept and everything. He's one of those guys you love to have on the football team, and it's good to see him getting some playoff action tonight.
Quarterback draw, wide open. Down the field, inside the 20 to about the 17. Drew Mayers given credit for the tackle, number 2.
And they're right up on the ball. CBUS wants to get out, does not want to get blanked here at Garnet Valley, so they're working.
Pass to the outside, short, incomplete. Ball intended for Luke Benson, number 87. Little
Vo
short.
checking in, and Dominic Labriciosa
Easy for
checks
you to
in
say.
for the Jaguars. Junior, 5'5", 175-pound linebacker.
Wide receiver and are split to each side. Ball's thrown to this side. Complete to Ricardo Washington, who gets inside the 10.
Number 97, Daniel Laird checking in. CB West calling timeout with the football on the 8-yard line. They want to, as we mentioned, want to get into the end zone here. 3:26 left to go in the game. So far have not seen the end zone. And the Jags backups will see what they can do to keep him out of there.
Ball's inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. Third and a little longer than a yard. Third and about 2. Reichwein back in at fullback. He takes the ball, tries to get to the outside, and does.
Tough run by Reichwein there. Three Jaguars trying to bring him down on the outside. Earlier in the game, Jags had a lot of success just meeting him right in the hole, and you got to hit that guy and hang on and wait till the cavalry arrives. Big, powerful runner.
3 minutes left to play. Kreka.
Scrum into the end zone.
Touchdown.
So CBS avoids the shutout with a pretty solid drive, albeit against the Jags backups on defense, but moving down and scoring. Always nice to keep the zeros off the board.
Bittner to kick. And he is good. Garnet Valley leads 32-7 with 2:57 left to play. Garnet Valley should anticipate an onside kick here.
So the Jags, coach down there counting
Coach
heads.
Graham is saying, hands team, there's somebody missing. Somebody forgets that they're on the hands team.
I would have volunteered. Been right out there.
You have Ryan Gallagher on the hands team. Oh,
Ryan Gallagher
deep.
going deep.
He's deep, yeah. With no anticipation that they're going to kick it deep.
Yeah. Doherty, Danny Guy, Rory Glacken, Austin Patton in the second row.
Cade Brennan, Jonathan Ricky.
DiCamillo.
Yep. Oh, the ball bounces and picked up. Picked up by a. Bounced off Kevin Doherty and right to number 40 for Jack Fallon. wide receiver for Central Bucks West.
That was the textbook
Picks it up and advances it.
onside kick for CB West, and the first page in the what you shouldn't do on the hands team for Garnet Valley. That ball kind of low, didn't take the high hop, but it took a hop, just bounced straight off of Doherty. And
Washington accepts the pass, picks up 10.
2:47 left in this game. Is this
They're putting it down as a 9-yard gain.
passing game has turned this one into a slower moving clock at the end.
Michael Malik is in here at cornerback on this side. False start. Oh, no. Garnet Valley lined up off sides. I thought they motioned the other way. Garnet Valley leads 32-7 with 2:46 left to play. The pace of play has slowed because of the number of passes and incomplete stops the clock.
Yeah.
Kreka is hit and brought down.
Number 81.
Number 81, Evan Hrivnak.
Rivnak.
Second and 10. Kreka gets it off. It bounces in front of the intended receiver. I think that was number 87, Luke Benson. Third and 10. So a lot of players for Garnet Valley got to play in the first 6A playoff here at home. Ball is thrown incomplete again. Intended for Washington, but thrown short. It will be 4th and 10 at the Garnet Valley 41-yard line. This is the CB West starters against the Garnet Valley second team players. And the rush is on and gets hit just as he throws. Incomplete, but there's a flag on the play deep in the Garnet Valley defensive backfield. I guess that's going to be interference. Did not see the play. Matt Daughtert goes in. DiCamillo comes out. 77, Hayden McDowell goes in. 74, George Weisendanger comes out. First and 10 at the 21-yard line. 1:58 left to play. These last 4 minutes are taking forever. Being harassed again.
Got him again.
There's a flag in the
Another
backfield.
flag.
In the offensive backfield, nowhere near any players.
They might have been
There were no
Could've been
players where.
flagging that.
Oh, he was trying to throw it further and didn't. That's what, it
Going
was.
to be a holding? Yeah. Why bother?
Declined. Ball's back at the 32-yard line. Second down. They need 22 yards for a first down. Low snap, ball's handed off underneath. And getting out of bounds is number 6. Chris Arsberger. Bobby Bayless goes into the defensive line for the Garnet Valley. Evan Rivnak comes out. 3rd and 12. At the Garnet Valley 24, Garnet Valley leads 32-7. 3 wide receivers to this side. Low snap. Ball's gotten off to. Nice move by Washington. Caught it at about the 10, faked to the inside and went outside and scored a touchdown.
So CB West storming back in the fourth quarter, down to 1:13 to turn this into a 32-14 game.
Going for 2 is Central Bucks West. Straight ahead and not getting in. That tackle was made by 77 Hayden McDowell to prevent the extra point, the 2-point extra point.
Coach calling for the hands team one more time. Say, let's try this again. That game up there is going long, I guess, because of all the scoring. But 1:45 left in the third quarter, and North Penn is up 8 points on 34-26 on Haverford. So that looks like 2 extra points that Haverford has missed.
Well, the hands team is in again.
Give this another shot.
Cade Brennan, at the center of the front line. High hop, and the Garnet Valley defender jumped up and got the ball, brought it down. I think that was number 4, Jack Bush.
So the Jags with 1:13 left in this one will
We're going to see
have every ability to go victory.
We're going to see the victory formation.
I would think so.
I can't imagine Central Bucks West calling timeouts.
No. They got a couple scores, and Jags just looking for bodies to get out there, so they have 11.
See Zapp at one running back.
Did they send
spot.
a quarterback out? Yep, they'll go victory here, and that ought to do it.
Malik under center. Takes a knee.
So Jags look pretty solid all the way around tonight, Don. They're,
Yes, they did.
offense did what it needed to do. Didn't really waste any possessions. Didn't make a lot of mistakes. Did some new things. Completed a couple passes. Got to be impressed with the sophomore Ryan Gallagher.
And that tight formation counter was effective.
Yep, and the defense. I know that a couple scores on the board, but the defense just played lights out all night long, and earned the Jags a good, solid home victory to start the playoffs, and they will await the victor of the North Penn Haverford game, which is still in the third quarter with Haverford trailing, but we.
Garnet Valley wins a well-earned home victory in the playoffs, and will entertain, as Pat just said, the winner of the Haverford North Penn game, which may just be starting the fourth quarter right now, right?
Could be just starting the fourth quarter, and then the rest of that bracket was looks like Penwood is holding a 10-point lead against Perkiomen Valley over there, which would be a bit of a shakeup in the latter part of this bracket as well.
And last year, Garnet Valley was the only lower seed that went on to the second week in the season.
And went on in fine fashion.
Yes, they did.
But
so we will see you back here at the Mo next Friday night to entertain one of the winner of that game in
North Penn.
Penn.
Tim Deary, the guest announcer
He came off the bench.
for the game, finishing up a little earlier than
fine
us.
job.
Did a great job. Loved the enthusiasm on the first down calls.
Our thanks
But we'll
to Goody
see.
Marcuson,
Goody Marcuson,
his assistant Cade Marcuson.
Cade, our producers.
We also want to thank Ben Hoyt and
Alec.
Eskin for keeping us on the air. We appreciate it all, everyone.
See you next week.
again next week. Good night.